welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, hi, I am Z, your fashion loving bookworm, and today this is the last video of 2025, so I want to share with you guys my top 10 of the year. So with that being said, let's get started with today's video. This is Sadie. She's beautiful. Yes, you are. I know, honey. Okay, so I have a top 10 for my books. Did I read more than 10? Yes. I was thinking about doing a top 25 because it's 2025, but I think I only read like 65 books this year, so. Anyways, and most of them were novellas, just because like I was in a very big reading slump this year, and novellas are really good for like a nice quick pick-me-up kind of thing when like I want to read but I don't know what I want to read, and like the satisfaction of like actually finishing a book because like it's a shorty torty is kind of like perfect for me. But anyways, let's get to my top 10 books. In no particular order, we have, okay, yeah, actually there is an order. I'm gonna start with the books I have physically, and then I'll talk about my Kindle books, and then I actually have 3 bonus manga that have made it to my top reads of the year. Okay, so first we have Barbarian's Heart. This is the 7th book by Miss Ruby Dixon. This is part of the Ice Planet Barbarian series. If you know or you're new, hi, I love the Ice Planet Barbarian series. It's so good. And Barbarian's Heart is about Stacy and it's about Pashov. You do need to read the series in chronological order, just because what happens in one book leads into the next. So without spilling anything, this series is about Pashov and Stacy, and it's their romance, of course. So basically, without it being spoilers, there's an amnesia trope going on, but they're fated mates, and he kind of sort of forgot that she is his mate, and it's them rekindling their love and romance for each other, and it's so beautiful. It was so good. It was so good. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this one. It was so good. I ended up rating this one about 4.5 stars. It's so good. I loved it. I love Ruby Dixon. The woman is amazing. Okay, next I started the Trial of the Sun Queen. This is the first one by Nisha J. Tooley. This was really good. Actually, I read a couple of her like novellas, like Wicked as the Reaper, and I really liked her writing style, so I picked up this one, and this was good. I was not expecting it. The friggin' twist at the end, solid like 4 stars. It was so good. But not gonna lie, that friggin' twist had me, and I was like, what? So basically we see our main character. She's actually a prisoner in this place, and she ends up being taken to the Sun King, like in his land. Where is he from? Where does he live? I don't know where, I don't remember where he lives. But anyways, she was in the Aurora King's prison. She's taken to the Sun Queen trials. They think like she has like this, like they think she's like his bonded kind of situation, and she has to go through the trials. She has to pass them, and it is her story, her adventure. And there's 4 books in this series. This is the first, and it was good. I was not expecting it. There were some, it was a good twist to the end, and it is definitely worth picking up, so think about it. Next, I finally finished the Souls trilogy with Soul of a Witch by Miss Harley LaRue. This is like, I really enjoyed this one. So like for the year, this was an amazing read for me. Out of the trilogy, this is not my favorite. So like putting that out there, this one is not my favorite. But basically, this is Everly and Callum's story. Everly is a witch. Callum is an archdemon. It's their story. It's spicy. Check your trigger warnings because it is on the darker side of things, but it's a good time. I like Everly because she's also a book girly, and Callum was like, so I read some of y'all spicy books. Do you want to try that out? And he's a hot demon, so like, heck yeah, she wants to try it out. Like, who wouldn't, girl? Say less. But anyways, this one ended up being, I think I rated this one like 4 stars. Yeah, definitely, or it was like a 3.5. It's either 4 or is it 3.5. I can't remember, but it was good. I did enjoy it. And that is why she's here in our books at the top of the year. Whoop, I dropped stuff. Next, this is one I've been wanting to read, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that is Bonded by Thorns. This is by Elizabeth Helen. This is the first in the Beast of Briars. This is book 1. This is a Beauty and the Beast reimagining. Wait for it. With Faye. You heard that right. With Faye. It's like she wasn't really doing anything spicy in this one, so it's fine, but I hear it does get spicier. But 2 of the guys in this were doing something spicy, and it was a good time. And I was just like, hello. She's got a little voyeurism going on. But anyways, definitely this one was 4 stars. I loved it. I cannot wait to read the next. I ate this up. I was like, chef's kiss. This was good. Sorry for that glare. But yes, Beauty and the Beast retelling. So clearly her father, basically he thinks her mom was captured by fairies, and now she's in like the Fae world. And basically her father goes in, he plucks a rose because he has this thing where he like brings her back a rose from all of his travels when he's like out searching for her mom, trying to find like the veil to get into the Fae world. And he plucks a rose. He's thrown in jail. She's like, hey, that's my dad. Give him back. I will offer myself to you. Typical Beauty and the Beast. And you go from there. And there's a curse. Lots of things happen. I need to keep reading the next one. Now, this was my second 5-star of the year. I ate this book up. This literally put me in like, I need to read hockey romances ASAP. And that is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I know, I finally read this book and it was so good. 5 freaking stars. I loved it. So this book is following Garrett and Hannah. If you don't know, where have you been? And if you know, you know. It was a good spicy time. So basically, Garrett needs Hannah's help passing his economics class. No, not econ. It's gonna come back to me. Dang, what class is that? Ethics. He needed her help passing his ethics class, otherwise he's gonna be kicked off the ice hockey team. And so she helps him out, and there's some fake dating going on. It was a good time. The spice was perfect. I loved it. I ate it up. I need to read the next one, and yes. So those are all of my physical reads. Now we're going to talk about my Kindle reads. I do not own physical copies of them yet. I will. These will be book trophies. So, okay, so another one. No, the first of my Kindle reads, I'm lost. Okay, so the very first of my Kindle reads is going to be House of Flame and Vampires, and then the second book in the series is House of Fae and Mist. These are both by Miss Meg Shumai. I'm not sure how to say that. The covers will be right here. Okay, so these are the very first 2 in this series. What is the series called? 2 seconds. Okay, so the series is called The Shades of Ruin and Magic. So basically, our main character, she is running away from her father. Her father is basically like this big bad, and he is trying to get her back. So she's running away. One of the things that's kind of really cool about her is she has like this power in a sense, and it's like a split of her personality. So it's like her and then her power monster-esque thing, and they kind of like, it's like it's like 2 souls in one body, but not technically. But anyways, that's our main character, and basically she's running from her father. She slips through, in a sense, like this kind of veil-esque force field thing into this academy setting, and she's disguising herself as a boy. And then basically everyone is kind of like, they're lured in by her scent, and they're kind of like, that's kind of weird. It's a dude. Why am I like, you smell good. I like you. Hello. And they're like, but it's weird because it's a dude and we like girls kind of situation. So basically, she is in this academy setting, and she's basically taken in by this lead house guy. So basically there's different houses in this series, yeah, think Hogwarts, but not. But so basically, I think there's 4 or 5 houses. So you have like witches, shifters, this like random anomaly. Yes, basically like an anomaly kind of situation. You have like vampires as well, and then what's the other one? Maybe there's only 4. I could be wrong. It's 4 or 5. I don't remember. But anyways, still a really good book, good series. I cannot wait to read more of them. But basically, she's taken in by one of the house heads, and they don't know if she's a boy. Well, they think she's a boy, they don't know she's a girl. And basically it is her going through the academy as like, you know, his underling and a student. And she's basically just trying not to make waves because, you know, her dad's trying to find her and he's the big bad, okay? And then in the second book, which is House of Fae and Mist, sorry if I'm not explaining this very well, it is kind of hard to explain, but in House of Fae and Mist, what happens at the end of the book kind of sends her to a completely different house, and then they realize, oh wait, she's a girl. So yes, it is that story. It is really, really good. So if you haven't checked it out, look into it, because where have you been? No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I don't think I've ever heard anybody else talk about it, but it is so good and more people should be talking about it. So I wanted to share it with y'all because we're besties. We be sharing things. Okay, another one of my Kindle top reads is actually going to be a series. I've already talked about it on my channel before. I'm obsessed with it, and it's a mail order brides. Oh, it's Cowboy Colony Mail Order Bride series. And my 2 top books in that series was actually like, and this is a 5-star for me, like another 5-star, and that was Rescued by the Alien Bull Rider. And that is poo. Okay, so it's Rescued by the Alien Bull Rider, and that's Jolene and what is his name? Zoran? I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Let me look it up. Oh. Alright, so it's Jolene and Zora story, and this is technically the 6th book in the series. So this one's the 6th. Wait. Yeah, this is the 6th book in the series. You do need to read them in order, just so you know. Okay? Okay. They're interconnected standalones, but read them in order, because each book is a different couple. So anyways, Jolene, Zorro, basically, if you know anything about the Mail Order Bride series, all of our alien males are stuck on a penal colony, and they basically committed crimes when they were younger, and now they're stuck here because their planet is like super strict. Like, even if it was like an act of self-defense and someone was, you know, off to the penal colony. I keep wanting to say penile, and my dad told me no. But anyways, off to the penal colony they go, and like they were all sent there as like children, and they were like, you know, minors, and they committed these crimes, which, you know, in normal human society, which you realize with the female characters when they realize the crimes that were like the crimes that their now spouses committed, they're like, oh wait, but is that even really a crime? Like, human standards, that's nothing. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you here? And so it's their love story. But Jolene, basically, she's coming to this planet and she is pregnant. And basically, she's kind of like running away. A lot of these women are running away from their own problems on their planets. And yes, so Jolene is knocked up. And she finds a way to this planet, not through the bride program, so she did it the wrong way, but you know, she's like, hey, I want to marry an alien rancher. She's a cowgirl, she loves her horses, and she's knocked up, and her baby daddy is trash, and he dipped off the planet, and her pop was like, I ain't taking care of a kid, because technically, like, they had a strenuous relationship. Anyways, so she flees, she meets Zorro, he saves her, it's their story. It was so cute. Oh my gosh, absolutely. It was literally one of my absolute favorites, and I'm not going to lie, one of the best things about, and both of these are by Ursa Dax, one of the best things that I actually, like, I absolutely love is the fact that, like, they'll say certain things, like, because you know, like when you like speak a different language and you're just like trying to think of like this word and you're just like, oh, you're like, I don't know, what's the English name for something, and like then you tell them and like they mispronounce the words. It makes it so funny and you're like, oh, relatable. I love that. And with that being said, that leads me to my next favorite, and that it's wanted by the warden. So basically the warden is the wardens in each section are the only ones who didn't actually commit a crime to be sent to the planet. They're just in charge of all of their wards. That's what those people are called, wards. So they're in charge. But basically, the warden ends up falling for the Zabrian human liaison. And her name is Tasha. So it's their story, and it is so cute. It is adorable. I absolutely loved it. It was definitely like 4.5 stars for me. It was so good. But one of the things that I absolutely freaking love, I ate it up every single time, is the warden cannot say pajamas to save his life. And like all the girls like, oh, my pajamas or my jammies and things like that. And the warden's like, jammy ding dos, jammy ding dongs, jammy dildos. And it's hilarious. It is like laugh out loud moments, because he's like trying to have like these serious conversations with these other alien males, and he's talking about how important pajamas are to like their human brides, and he goes, they're jamadildos. And so it's automatic laugh out loud moment. It's so good. And honestly, this is like, I have a feeling this is a god tier series for me, because I ate every single one of these up. Like they're nice, like on Kindle they're probably only like 200 or some odd pages. Like they're nice, fun, short, spunky cowboy alien romance reads. Like it is top tier. I don't know what was in the coffee Ursa Dax was drinking when she created the series, but I just need her to keep pumping out more of them, because I'm ready for the next one, and I'll be reading it with you guys come February when it comes out. The day it comes out, you bet that will be on my Kindle ASAP. Rocky. I'm just kidding. Anyways, absolutely obsessed with that series. And then the next one, actually, oh my goodness, that was all 10 of them. We talk so fast. Anyways, now let's talk about my top 3 manga of the year. And go figure, they were all BLs, because this was the year I got into BLs and I was obsessed. Hook, line, and sinker. You had me, like, you dripped in the bait and I was hooked. Like, gone. Goner. Dunzo. Nothing left. I was obsessed. And, okay, so one of my absolutely top favorite of the ones that I read was That Time I Got Stuck to the Guy I Hate. This is a story and art by Torona. This was so freaking cute. So basically something happens, these two get stuck to each other all of a sudden, and they can't get unstuck unless they do some kind of adult behavior in the sexual orientation. And they don't even like each other. They are roommates, but they don't even like each other. They're in college. It's a good, fun, spicy time. And this one is actually like, I think it's a lightsaber book. Just kidding. Not a lightsaber, so I'm not going to show you guys. So if you don't know, or you don't actually read manga or anything like that, when it comes to like BLs or like GLs and things like that, they don't always show like the actual genitals, because, you know, they just don't. They either do or they don't. So basically, you can have like an actual depicted picture, or you can have a lightsaber. A lightsaber in a sense for a guy, you know, it just looks like a glowing. A girl is kind of like it's like a glowing hole. But anyways, yes. So this was so good, but they could only get unstuck when they, you know, did the, but it was so cute. I loved it. Next, another BL, go figure. And that is How My Daddies Became Buddies. No, How My Daddies Became Mates. This is an Omegaverse. Dove hardcore into the Omegaverse when it came to manga this year, and I was absolutely obsessed with it. So basically our main characters are juveniles. When they meet each other, like, you know, delinquents, they're like beating each other up, and they're like, oh, this is our territory, why are you here? And they fought each other. And but basically the story is basically explaining how her dads, you know, are mates, because You know, one's an alpha, one's an omega. So, and then the omega gets pregnant with the daughter, because that is how omega verses work. Omegas and omega verses have like a uterus, and they can hold a baby. So you can have male babies and male-female babies. Yes. This one's a lightsaber book. Okay, so that is that one. It's super cute. I'm very bummed out that there's only 2 volumes because rude. They were great. Next, third, and certainly not least, Yatrin Bitch Club. This is so good. I need the third one like ASAP when I can find it. I just don't feel like ordering it on the Amazon. But basically, in this story, our main male protagonist, he transfers schools to this, it's like he was in Tokyo, and then he transfers to like this remote kind of mountain school. And in the school, they're like, hey, everybody has to be in a club. And then like the only 2 clubs with opening was like a soccer club and then the photography club. And he's like, well, I'm not interested in photography, so I'll join, no. He's like, I'm not interested in soccer, so I'll join the photography club. Basically, he gets to the photography club, and it's not a photography club, it is a brothel. And basically, all of our characters service all of the other male students in the school, and even some of the teachers. Inappropriate, sir. But anyways, so he's kind of like going through this, and he realizes he's kind of catching feelings for some of the people in like that he goes to class with, but he's also like, what in the world is going on? I had a girlfriend before this. I don't like guys like that. Why am I feeling this types of way? So he's basically on a journey of questioning his whole entire sexuality, and I was here for it because it was a spicy good time. Also, the president of their club is hilarious. I was vlogging while I was reading this one, and I was laughing out loud, like hardcore moments, because like they had to like have like, so basically in their club they basically have a quota of how many people they need to service, and if they don't meet their quota, their president was just like, gangbang. Had me dying, but like, oh, it was good. Cat hair. Anyways, had me dying laughing. It was a good time. It was hilarious. I loved it. It was so good. But yes, I thoroughly enjoyed reading BLs this year. It was top tier. Loved it. Had a great time. It was a blast. Can't wait to read more in 2026. But yeah, that was my top 10 of the year. And you know, technically top 13 because I included 3 manga. But anyways, who's counting? But I really hope you guys like this one. Thank you so much for being with me throughout this year. I truly appreciate you guys, even when I was having like reading slumps and not posting like I should have been. But you guys have been with me this whole entire time, or if you're brand new to my channel, thank you so much. I truly love and appreciate all of you. And yeah, I can't wait to see you in the next one. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. I hope you had a wonderful 2025. I hope you have an amazing 2026. Here's to bigger and better things on my channel. Look forward to those things. Yes, we will be getting back into fashion posts. Do not worry if you've subscribed and you're like, hey, where are your fashion posts at? Those are coming back. I am feeling so much better, and 2026 is nothing but going to be good times, good vibes, fashion videos, bookish stuff. That's not going to end. And yes, so look forward to that. I thank you truly from the bottom of my heart so much for being here. I truly appreciate you guys. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the new year. So I hope you guys are always, you know, wonderful. Thanks for being here. But anyways, as always, be bold, bright, and beautiful, but most importantly, be yourself. That's all I got. So bye.
Yeah, I never met someone like you. Oh, to your mama, she a blessing. There's nothing that I would undo.